Well, the Usos competed against Randy Orton and his bro, and Orton has set the record for most pay-per-view matches in WWF history. Apparently, with this one, he beat Kane. And he did it, Orton did this on a pay-per-view where his tag team partner farted ass pigeons on their entrance. So we've got to remember that. It's a historic occasion. And Lance Storm brought something up that is very, very intriguing. They said Randy Orton with this match had the most pay-per-view matches in WWF/WWE history by beating the old record set by Glenn Jacobs, Kane, right? Did they count the 2 pay-per-view matches, as Lance Storm brought up, that Glenn Jacobs had as the fake Diesel and or Isaac Yankem? Or did they just count Kane, in which case Orton has still got 1 more to tie and 2 to win? Interesting, is it not?
Yeah, there's this kind of WWE trivia minutia that I just love.
Well, as soon as the Usos and Orton and Riddle started, I wrote, I must make a sandwich. And then, I paused it. And Pat McAfee had a nice OVW plug. He wanted to mention Rip Rogers' name because Rip was the one that started training him. But you could tell he couldn't. But he mentioned something about the OVW. What word did he use? He was trying to basically say one of the guys at OVW that used to train these guys when they knew what they were doing. Anyway, I zoned out on a lot of this because Riddle annoys me to no end with his awkward movements and his weird expressions. But again, I don't see these tag team matches as being great tag team matches. I see Randy Orton and Riddle doing their stuff, and I see the Usos. I like the Usos as the stooge family of Roman Reigns. I haven't seen the Usos be a great tag team, but maybe it's because they're wrestling fucking makeshift, dipshift tag teams like Randy Orton and Matt Riddle. This was almost 20 minutes bell to bell, and finally the finish was snazzy. Orton hit Uso with an RKO as Uso was coming off the top with a big splash onto Riddle. And Orton jumped up, and I can't remember which Uso, but caught him with the RKO. Boom, 1, 2, 3. That's a surprise finish. That's a big boom, a big pop, a big oomph. Not just, let's trade holes and then I'll get one on you and I win. But I don't see gripping matches demonstrating the tag team art from either one of these teams. What do you think?
No, this isn't for me. I like the Usos a lot better when they're not wrestling for some reason. And then I see their matches, and their matches are those matches that may be better if it wasn't filmed by WWE. Because they do so much stuff fast that those camera cuts just kill their matches for me. And I can't fairly evaluate them. I'm not a Matt Riddle fan. I'm not even much of a Randy Orton fan at this point. I didn't think very much of this.
Then we will move along, skipping the part where Cruella DeVille and Adam Pearce were in the office with Vince when he realized the egg was gone. The egg is gone! I wrote, Vince comes in huffing and mumbling. He's trying to do it again, but he's mumbling. Anyway, and not looking anyone directly in the eye either. It doesn't seem like, which used to be a big thing with Vince. He'd stare a hole in you. Now he's just kind of looking around. I don't know.
Someone shoot him full of amphetamines. That would help. I'm serious. That would help some energy for a little bit.
Whoa, guys, how old is Vince now?
If he's going to appear on camera looking like a corpse, they got to do something.
Somebody to shoot him full of amphetamines?
Yes. Hey, doctor. I don't mean like some jerk on the street.
You want a doctor like for Michael Jackson.
Or Dr.
Get Vince
Zorian.
some propofol.
I didn't say that. I said amphetamines, something to give him a little pep in his step.
The doctor gave Michael Jackson the propofol, and it didn't work out well. Just because it's a doctor giving a 78-year-old man a shot of amphetamines.
Okay, fine.
Energy for a television program?
Could someone inject B12 into his neck? That way it's not amphetamines, it's something all natural. That gives you energy, a little kick. That's what he needs.
I wish we had a goddamn product that fit this week. That'd be a natural transition.
Well, part of the problem with Vince, if you look at his face and you look at what's going on, and you hear his voice, I think it's his diet. Now, you've always talked about what he liked to eat for lunch, and he's a rather pedestrian eater, I guess we should say.
Bland. He doesn't eat for enjoyment. He just eats because he has to for fuel. He gets it over with as quickly as possible.
So let's forget amphetamines. And let's forget
them.
And let's forget B12.
Forgetting the amphetamines and B12.
Something simple that Vince doesn't need a doctor. He could just have shipments sent right to Titan Towers or whatever room they put him in.
Well, wait a minute now. Last time he had shipments sent to some of the buildings, he had trouble. But you're talking about different products.
Maybe he could have it sent to someone else, like the Warrior. I really don't know how this works. But perhaps everything would change for the better for Vince McMahon and us, the viewers of WWE programming, if he would just embrace nuts.com.
I was thinking about that because you want something that gives you energy, that's good for you, that's good for your internal organs and your systems. And these all natural and delicious nuts from nuts.com, why he could just pick up all kinds of energy by just reaching his hand in his pocket and popping a couple in his mouth, because nuts.com is the best kept secret of savvy snackers across the country.
Yeah.
And now, got it. And new customers can get 10% off. Folks, it's the holiday time. And in the holidays, not only does everybody go nuts, but they want nuts. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Harley Quinn nipping at my nose. See, stuff like that where you need the chestnuts, but you don't need to roast them over an open fire because they'll roast them for you at nuts.com. You can get ahead of your holiday gifting with customizable trays and a wide assortment of gifting options, all delivered in beautiful baskets. Nutritious, delicious, healthy nuts, dried fruit, flowers, grains, and so many other high-quality foods, white chocolate toffee cashews, honey sesame sticks, dried mangoes, the chocolate gummy bears, all the raw, organic, roasted, salted, and candied nuts, even chocolate dipped, all that you could want, delivered fresher than the supermarket. Most orders ship the same day, get to you the next day. And they've got the baking mixes, the pasta, the pantry items. You don't have to leave the house. You'll have the whole family fixed up for the holidays. And maybe we can even get Vince some energy. Nuts.com is the place to go for over 4,000 of these products. And you're going to have to text again, folks. If you're a new Nuts.com customer and you want 10% off your first order, text EXPERIENCE. I'll spell it EXPERIENCE, experience to 64,000. Experience to 64,000. 64,000 is getting a lot of business these days. 10% off your first order at nuts.com when you text EXPERIENCE to 64,000. Terms apply. Available at nuts.com/terms. Boy, howdy, go nuts for the holidays.